we'd have like almost too much work coming in.
I've never had anyone ever get mad about me asking for a referral.
It's in their benefit and their best interest that you don't have to invest heavily in marketing. What's up, Roman?
What's up, Chuck?
I'm just chilling in Mexico.
It looks so beautiful there.
It is nice. It's unfortunate I have to spend all my time here on a computer, but what can you do? I got a
Well,
beautiful ocean view.
You have a view too? Because I was going to say, thanks for giving me the view. Oh, your view's better. Yeah. Nice.
Cool. I just wanted to show you this article I wrote about a month ago, Contractor Lead Generation 101. So like once every year or two, I write a big long article like this, and I just summarize like the current state of my knowledge and experience. And so I wrote one a few years ago. It was called, I think, like Construction Marketing Blueprint. This one's Contractor Lead Generation 101. But over the years, my experience changes and I get better at this stuff. And the market and the internet changes in general. And so new techniques pop up, some marketing techniques come and go. And so I ordered this article, or the sections of this article, in order of importance and effectiveness based on my opinion. So I thought it'd be cool to just go through these and discuss them a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just present a little summary off the cuff of the section. So this one's on word of mouth. So I'll talk about what it is, what it's good for, what it's not good for, and my advice on making it work better for your business. And then if you want to chime in with any questions, stories, comments, challenges, that would be cool. Does that sound good?
Let's rock.
Cool. So the reason I started out with word of mouth is because as a contractor my whole life, I know that most contractors, this is like their main marketing piece. They go to people's homes, they work on their house, they make them happy. Those people tell their friends and family. And for a lot of contractors, that gives them enough work to keep going. And for us, we relied on word of mouth for almost 2 decades. And as we grew, we noticed that there'd be certain periods of time where we'd have like almost too much work coming in. And then there'd be periods of time where we didn't have anything coming in. And so it was a very boom and bust cyclical business for us. And so word of mouth is great because somebody recommends you to a friend or family member. They're already like halfway sold on your services. All you have to do is show up basically, and you can get that job or that project. But like I alluded to, the limitation is that you have almost no control over it. If 3 of your customers want to send you a referral this week, that's awesome. But maybe you don't need a job this week. Maybe you need a job in a month and there's nobody sending you clients. And one way to get around that might be to get better at asking for referrals. A lot of people I find are afraid to do this. They don't want to bug their customers and things like that. But you don't even have to necessarily ask them for referrals. You can just call a customer that, say you remodeled their kitchen a year ago, call them up and just say, hey, I was thinking about you. How's everything going? How's your kitchen treating you? Is everything still good? And just refresh their memory on how good of an experience they had working with you. And then if you do that on a regular basis, you're going to be on top of mind for all those people as their friends and family members mention at Thanksgiving dinner that they are thinking about remodeling their kitchen because it's too small. That person's going to recommend you. And there's no harm in doing that at all, especially if you come from a place of like authentic caring about your customers. So what are your thoughts on that, Roman? What's your experience with the word of mouth?
I totally agree. You need a system in place so that you're regularly asking for referrals. And I've never had anyone ever get mad about me asking for a referral. If you do a good job, they'll be ecstatic to be able to help you. And if there is ever any resistance, you can always just pitch it as, in order to keep costs low for you guys, rather than spending a bunch of money on marketing, we rely heavily on referrals. Would you be willing to give us the names and numbers of 5 friends who have been looking for someone to do renovations for them?
That's a really good way to frame it, as it's in their benefit and their best interest that you don't have to invest heavily in marketing. And so you gave them a good deal and they're helping you give other people a good deal.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, you nailed it on having a system in place, because yeah, that'll definitely reduce the cycle of having a ton of jobs and then having none. If you're constantly asking for referrals, most people I know who have a system around that, they have way more work than they can handle just off that.
Yeah, I know people who have even like an automated email that goes out like once a quarter just to let everyone or make sure everyone remembers them, because that's the thing, like especially if you're a plumber or the kind of contractor where you're in and out really quick. Someone might have like a pipe burst or something and you come and fix it, and then 2 years later it happens again, but they don't remember what plumber they use. They're just going to go back to Google, find a brand new one, throw a magnet on their fridge on your way out, have an automated email go out. Anything you can do to stay on top of their mind is usually a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then you can go even as extreme as what Steve does, which is to ask for referrals right when you make the sale. He doesn't even wait until after he's done the job, which some people might not be comfortable with, but that can work too. With the same pitch of this will help keep our marketing costs low so that we can deliver everything affordably to you guys.
Yeah,
Help us find more clients in the way that you found us, which was probably referral.
that reminds me, Steve, you just mentioned Steve asking for referrals after he does the job. I've been told in the past that you should ask for referrals after every sales conversation you have.
Like even if you don't close it.
Yeah, and that just reminded me that we don't do that. And I have to add that into our process because we're talking to at least 3 people every day. If 1 out of 10 of those has another person we might need to talk to, that could really boost sales.
Exactly. Especially if you're providing a lot of value on those initial calls, then half those calls, maybe it ends up not being a good fit for them, but you provided them enough value that they'll happily refer you. And so it's great to go for that ask.